Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Daily Dose. We are so glad that you are spending this time with us. We know that there's a lot of things going on, but I know that this will be a blessing to your day. If you're somebody who's watching on Facebook, would you please take a minute to just like our Facebook page as well as to share this Daily Dose on your own personal page so that we can continue to invite others to it. If you're someone who is watching on YouTube, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to Calvary's YouTube page. Also, this weekend is a big thing. It's Mother's Day weekend, and so we want to invite you to come join us for Mother's Day worship on Sunday at 9 o'clock. I know that it will be a blessing for you and a blessing for mothers out there. So please come join us.
Skies, maker of stars, holder of seas in all our hearts, artist of life, father of lights. When I'm with you, my soul ignites. You see my sin and love me the same. Breathe on my hurt and raise me again. Up from the ash, up from the dust, you're recreating us. I will not waste this day you've made. I will be glad. Rejoice. In the sunshine, in the sorrow, my soul rejoices. Hey! How can it be? You know my name, tamer of storms who calm the waves. How can it be? I can't explain why you carry me in all my shame. You take my sin and all of my mess. As far as the east is from the west, everything changed. I stand amazed, my every breath is grace. I will not waste this day you made. I will rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. In the sunshine, in the trial, my soul rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. In the trial, in the trouble, my soul rejoices. Life is beautiful. You are the color, life is wonderful. You are the wonder, life is beautiful. You are the color, life is wonderful. You are the wonder, life is beautiful. Rejoice, rejoice. In the sunshine, in the sorrow, oh my soul rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. In the trial, in the trouble, oh my soul rejoice. In the trial, in the trouble, oh my soul rejoice. Yeah. Amen. God bless. Have a great weekend.
Years ago, when I was a youth pastor, I would start out our youth groups with an activity that we called highs and lows. We would go around in a circle and share the best part of our week and the worst part of our week. And it would take a while, but it was a chance for everyone to get a word in, for everyone to get a chance to share something about what was going on in their lives. And before long, Ryan and I saw the benefit of it, and so we started to do the same practice at our dinner table. We would round up our family at dinner each night after a long day of going in separate directions, and then we would check in with each of our 4 children by saying what our highs and lows were for the day. And our kids would usually say something like, my high was going to tennis lessons, and my low was my math test. And it was this lovely practice that we had that gave each person a chance to share. We wanted to give everyone kind of an equal opportunity to talk. Now, through this stay-at-home order that we've been in, our dinner table has looked kind of different. Our days have honestly become really monotonous, kind of the same thing sort of over and over again. You see, we don't have the activities that we're used to kind of structuring our week around. We don't have sports activities or scouting activities or church activities to kind of tell us what day it is. And so one day just sort of seems to run into the other. Wake up, get on the computer, get your work done, then have some free time, and then have dinner, and then do it kind of all over again. Hopefully we get to spend some time outside if it's nice. But our highs and lows at dinner started to take on this look because we were not sort of checking in since we had been together all day long. We didn't really necessarily have anything extra to share. And so we tried instead a different strategy. I got to listen to this podcast where an executive used this strategy with their team. And so I thought, because we're in this time of trying new things, maybe we would try something new at our dinner table. So this executive, she calls it the 2 to 3 word check-in. And so we tried it one night just instead of our highs and lows. So what was interesting to me is we asked our kids to use 2 or 3 words to describe how their day went. And it was fascinating what came out. Instead of moving from what you did today, all of a sudden we ended up with a feeling kind of check-in. Our kids' 2 to 3 words were usually really interesting. They were like fun and frustrating, or excited and exhausting, or anxious and accomplished. And it was interesting to me because the words so often ended up being just complete opposites of each other. One kind of on one side and the other kind of on the other side. And so the other day I tried it with our staff too at our staff meeting, and the responses were similar. Tired and loved, overwhelmed and overjoyed. So I want to take a minute right now and check in with all of you. What's your 2 to 3 word check-in that says what you're feeling and experiencing right now? Go ahead and share that in the comments. You see, I think this is how it is for most of us. Right now, we are lost in this web of emotions that pulls us in one direction and then in the other direction, kind of at the same time. Positive and negative, a roller coaster of feelings, or maybe if you're Norwegian and a little more stoic, maybe it's just a little carousel of feelings. But either way, it's still kind of up and down. Optimistic and realistic, or maybe it was a rough week for you and you're just so thankful that it's Friday. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is John chapter 16, verse 33. It says, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." You see, what I like so much about this verse is that Jesus himself acknowledges that in this world you will have trouble. In this world, there will be times that are just not so great. In this world, you will have times that just frustrate you. In this world, you will feel like you sort of get kicked around. In this world, there will be times that just stink or are heartbreaking and awful. You see, Jesus himself was no stranger to the depth of everything that humanity had to offer. Jesus himself experienced betrayal, pain, false accusations, abandonment. Jesus himself experienced all of what it meant to be human. In this world, Jesus had trouble. But Jesus, he doesn't end this passage there. He doesn't end it there. Instead, he says, "In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." You see, Jesus has overcome the world. This trouble that we're experiencing, this is not the end game. The trouble, it doesn't win. This frustration, yeah, it exists. But take heart. Jesus wins. Jesus always wins because Jesus has already won. And it's because of this. It's because of what Jesus has already done that we can freely live into all of the feelings that life has to offer us. The good and the bad, the sad and the joyous, the irritating and the irresistible. Friends, I hope that you hear this message as you go into your weekend. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. Jesus has overcome the whole world, and he's got you. through all of it. Amen.